Hey guys, what's going on? Um, Going to do a full playthrough of Marathon 1. Mostly want to check. I'm still kind of checking everything. It's been a while since I've done any streams or, recordings or anything. But, okay. So I recorded a test video earlier about, that was on Total Carnage. And, I haven't actually beaten the game on Total Carnage. I've beaten it a couple times. I think I've beaten it 3 times on normal over the last couple of years. And Total Carnage is definitely too big of a jump from going from normal to TC is too big of a jump for me. So I'm doing this on major damage, which I think you probably saw. Okay, we'll save. This is a legitimized run now. Okay. Is there any ammo back there that I missed? Yes, here it is. This room always feels like it's a reference to Doom, first level of Doom. There's the thumbnail. And I mean, this game did come out after Doom, but who knows if, maybe they had the first level done before Doom 1 released, because they would have the first level of Doom 1, that double archway room or double pillar room is not exactly, I don't know if it would have been considered that iconic back then to put a reference of it in a game like this, but you can technically just, do that to get across this, but I figured I'd do it properly. Let's see, camp, here we go. This guy just got him. I think I need one more. Oh my god. Damn. This guy's tanky on major damage. So I've never actually played through the game on major damage. Like, this is kind of a, like, I would probably be able to do a full playthrough on Total Carnage if you started with all, like, a bunch of weapons and ammo from the beginning, but this first level on Total Carnage is really hard, because you don't have any ammo, and if there is a secret assault rifle in here, I don't know how to get it. So let's see, does this work? No, okay. Damn. Let's resave it. I still got lost in this first level. think that's where I'm supposed to go. Hey, I've taken no damage so far. Well, that may be about to change. Okay, so they take 11 shots. Are you serious? Oh yeah, I might have forgotten to read the last terminal. So I think what was happening is that those digital aliens can, you know, they're like cyborgs and they can interface with computers, and that guy was essentially trying to read our computers to learn about humans. Digging a little bit deeper, you could infer that a certain someone may have been giving him this information, but I'm not entirely sure about that. So it talks about fire, and other aspects of the theory are as follows. Each society has some controlling force or forces which decide its direction, but the relationships in society are arbitrary. Humanity can relate to money, machines, neighbors, anything really. Individual character and personality are preserved in stories, movies, and ROM personalities. I have a feeling that ROM is just meant to be a glitch, etc. Although individual expression is a universal ability, individual freedom is constrained by the society. And it got interrupted when I shot him, so I do like these how the text terminals they use just, you know, random letters and symbols is like to symbolize like glitches and stuff happening with the terminal. That is it gives the terminals, it gives the text a little bit of character. It makes the terminals a little more fun to read. Okay. Nice and easy. First, I think I just killed one guy that's not red or blue. There we go. And I just realized I forgot to read the first terminal from Leela, so I'll go back and read that now. I should be able to. Okay, so that's the terminal to exit. This is, so now we're back at the start. So this is where we landed in from, and then yeah, this I didn't read because I was too busy getting my ass kicked, but alright. Message to all Marathon terminals. Marathon emergency system broadcast. Today at 0800 20 hours, the Marathon came under surprise attack from unknown hostile forces. The Marathon has sustained serious damage. At 0830 hours, alien forces boarded the Marathon. The current situation is dire. All personnel are required to arm themselves and fight for their lives. Posted, I'm guessing that means in the year 2794, possibly July 3rd or the 7th of March at 14:08 and 39 seconds, which would be like 2 p.m. So yeah, that would make this a couple hours, like, you know, maybe half a day after the initial attack at 8:20 a.m. It's now being posted at 2 p.m. Let's see, looking up at the top. No, because the top right is probably the date and time right now. So it's probably 4 o'clock, 4:43. October 27th and 23:37. Actually, I can't remember what year the marathon takes place. It's not 2552 like Halo. I can't remember if it's before or after Halo. I want to say it's after, but... Alright, next part. Welcome to the marathon. I am Leela, one of 2 surviving artificial intelligences aboard the marathon. I have been severely damaged, and I'm working to understand the current situation. Find the teleport terminal located in the hangar's control room. By that time, I should have a better idea of what's going on. End message. Oh, okay, she gives you a little instruction. This is where you are. From here you can explore the rest of the hangar area. Yeah, I know. There's a pattern buffer. Yeah, I know. And there's a jump pad. Activate to leave. Alright. So I think I'll just end the video here then. I'll resume in level 2. This level is called Arrival. Not a bad little... I'm realizing that I left one section, a couple sections on... But I have a feeling... Can I even get to those parts of the map? I don't know, but... Yeah, and, you know, I do use overlay map. I think that triggers a lot of people, but... Oh well, man, allow me to apologize in advance, I guess. So I'll read this, and then I'll quit to the menu, and I'll just go over my settings and stuff in case anyone's interested in, you know, replicating this exact look for their marathon experience. So, incoming message from Leah. All of the information that I have gathered so far indicates that the alien invasion of the Marathon has been relatively uncoordinated. I suspect that this is partially due to the Marathon's large size. However disorderly the alien invasion is, their assault of the computer net has been extremely effective. I detect security breaches in almost every computer system on board the Marathon. I have learned that there is an alien creature that is capable of interfacing with our systems. Yes, there is. You must kill any of these creatures that you find. It is a priority that we stop them. Even now, they are penetrating my defenses. Teleport now. End message, jump pad activation. Boom. Alright. So, I'll get to the next save point. And that'll be the end of this video. I will resume the next video. Alright, that's fine. I'll resume the next video for that save. I suspect that my keyboard is a little too loud. There we go. Okay. There it is, okay. Yeah, I'll probably switch to a different keyboard for the next video. Sorry in advance for that. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll just call it here. Well, we'll quit the game. I'll show you my settings and everything. So this is the Steam port of the ALF1 port of Marathon 1. This was made by a guy who only goes by Workencanter, however you're supposed to pronounce that. And I started playing Marathon probably back in around like 2017, 2018, maybe 2016. I was still in college and was back before this was on Steam, and I didn't even have a PC yet at that point. I only had a MacBook that I used for college, so I really wanted to get into playing Doom, and and I either I couldn't figure out how to like download GZ Doom, or I don't know. For some reason, I didn't think I was able to play Doom on a MacBook. I was, but I didn't think I was able to. So, but then I heard that Marathon was a Mac game, and I looked it up, and I found Aleph One, which of course works on both Windows and Mac. But I downloaded it, just out of respect. I figured, well, this is a Mac. I might as well play the Mac game. And I was not very good at it. It took me a long time. I think I downloaded Marathon, and then I pretty much got filtered immediately. And then I ended up coming back to Doom a year or two later, and I played through Doom, went through the whole Doom phase, and then eventually came back to Marathon. Didn't finish it again, got filtered probably by Colony Ship for Sale or something, and wasn't till years later, probably after that Mandalore video came out, that I finally went back and actually beat Marathon, and then I went on to play Marathon 2 and 3, or Infinity rather, and I enjoyed them a lot at the time, and I've played a lot of other retro games since then, and modern retro games, and recently I kind of had the bug to start playing Marathon again, and it's been quite an enjoyable experience. And yeah, there are still some kind of annoying bits of this game, and some things that make it not super fun to play all the way through all the time. But the more you play the game, the more that you kind of learn workarounds for those levels or those situations. And if it's not something that you can really work around, you just kind of learn to love it after enough time. So yeah, this is where I Major Damage. I do play with crosshairs, the default crosshair. Graphics, I use software rendering, 60 frames, 120 FOV, enhanced HUD, and overlay map. I do use high res and high color depth. I actually want transparent liquids, but I don't really think this makes much of a difference. I haven't noticed that the transparent liquids make much of a difference in Marathon 2. I think it works a little. It's more noticeable in Infinity, but I don't know. We'll see when I eventually get to playing those games. I do plan to play all the Marathon games over time. So yeah, I don't think there are any other. If I were using OpenGL mode, there would be more advanced settings, but I don't like texture filtering, and I don't like putting HD textures on a game like this. I don't have a problem with pixelated graphics, and I think if that's how the game was kind of designed, then forcing it to be HD when it wasn't designed to be HD it just doesn't look quite right. So that'll be it for this video, and I'll return to finish the next level and probably the level after that in the next video, and I will try to keep it like organized into one level per video, just to keep things a little more simple for viewers. But given the save point structure of this game, it might be difficult, so there probably will be little bits and pieces of different levels, the end of the last level, and then the beginning of the next level in each level's video. But I'll try to keep it like whenever the save point, the last save point is, then that'll be like the end of the video. Then we'll go save point to save point. So this will be the first of many more Marathon videos to come. Hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, leave a comment if you have any questions or anything. But yeah, like I said in my last video, I haven't uploaded in years. But I think I'm going to start again. So until next time, thanks for watching.